Hello everyone, my name is Michael from Lux Trading. On today's video, we are going to talk a little bit about how long does it really take a beginner trader to become profitable in the financial markets? And also, how much money does a beginner trader need to really get started with their trading journey? Let's get right into the video. So how long does it really take a beginner trader to become consistent, to become profitable in the markets? So first of all, I want to say that a trading career is very complex and it's very hard. It's definitely not an easy career. It's full of emotions. You're going to have lots of ups and downs, and you have to get ready for that. A lot of traders think that they can come gamble their way in and maybe make some profits in the beginning, but long-term, you will not succeed. Most likely you will give it all back and more, right? And you're just gonna have a very bad experience. So if you really want to become a professional trader, to have this as a life career and be able to trade for the rest of your lives from anywhere in the world, which is the beauty today, right? In the 21st century, that you can just have a laptop, you can have an internet connection, and you can actually place trades and make money from anywhere. So if you really want that career, if you really want that journey, then you need to really think about education first. So for all you beginner traders out there that you're starting, that you don't have nothing organized, that you're a little bit jumping everywhere, stop what you're doing. Take an education, find an educational course. It could be with Lux Trading, it could be with any other company that you feel fits you, but do that first. Have a mentor, someone that can actually guide you through it, can, explain to you the basics of the markets. And then obviously you have to go and you have to understand different strategies. You have to understand risk versus reward, how to place and how to calculate and manage risk, which is key. It's the most important part of trading probably. And then you need to understand, technical analysis, fundamental. And all this is through your journey of your education. Once you finish your education, you go into a simulator. Don't trade in a live account like a lot of traders do. You're just gonna blow money away. That's all you're gonna do. So I would recommend you, once you finish your education, take a simulator. Everything you've learned, try now to execute in a real life feed where you get the live prices with real price action, with your bid and ask, and you can see the level 2. And you can see exactly how to trade and start polishing your strategy. Find out what you're good at, right? That's where you can play around with it. Try to obviously do the most realistic way. So if you're going to start with, we're going to talk about now account sizes, but if you're going to start with a small account, then try to trade in the simulator with a small account. Don't take 10,000 shares if that's not realistic, because then it's pointless. You have to try to train identically to what you're really going to do in your live trading. And then another very important factor that I think will help you get to a successful path, probably even a lot quicker than traders that don't do this, which is journaling your trades, right? So exporting all your trades into your journal. Find out what you're good at. Your statistics is going to show you what time of day you trade best, what asset class. Maybe if it's preferably for you to be long bias or short bias, with the strategies that you play out, which ones you do best. Are you holding a loss too much? So you're going to have so much statistics that's exactly what happened to me. As you all know, I'm a stock trader. Well, I mainly trade in the small caps. But I can tell you that in the beginning of my journey, once I started journaling everything, I started noticing these patterns where I was good at. And I traded, trust me, I traded every time frame of the markets, pre-market, after hours, midday, open, close bell. And where I noticed I was really good and I had a very high accuracy wasn't the open bell, right? And so I stick to one or two strategies. That's what I would recommend you to do. You have to obviously learn the patterns, but become really good at one or two strategies. Polish them every day. Try to make that strategy even better. Maybe even record all your trades with OBS Studio, for example. It's a free software that you can use. You just download it, you can use it. And you can see the price action, how your emotions were involved when you lost. When you made money, if you double down, if you're over trading, there's so much information when you start journaling. That's really how it's gonna kind of funnel in and you're gonna find out. That's how you're gonna find your edge. That's how I found my edge. So that's what I really recommend you doing, because yes, your journey, your success, and your learning curve can be longer or shorter, but I really would think that, this is gonna take a few years. It's gonna take 1 or 2 years. I know traders that have come and 6 months down the road, they were successful and they've done quite well for themselves. And I'm not gonna deny that. However, I would say that the average trader is gonna take a year and a half. And that's someone that is really committed to learning and is really committed. Practically almost every day he has X amount of hours that he's having screen time. He's learning through an educator. He has a mentor who is kind of, giving him all the ins and outs. And then he's doing his homework himself and he's trading in a simulator. And once you pass that phase, you then transition into a live account, okay? So it takes time. The markets are gonna be here always. So don't rush into something. Just do it the right way. Because a lot of traders, unfortunately, they see a few videos on YouTube and, they think they know what they're doing. They jump into a live account, they throw in a few $1,000s, and down the road, they blow it up and they give it all back and more. And then they just have like a really bad experience. So try to take things calmly, right? If you really want this as a career, then, just take it easy. Take it easy. Take your time. And whatever time you need, to reach that goal. If it's 6 months, it's 6 months. If you do it in a year. If you do it in 2.5 years, you do it in 2.5 years. That's absolutely fine. Each individual has a different experience, has a different journey. This is full of emotions. This is like a roller coaster. But you're gonna start noticing that in the beginning, it's gonna be very complex, it's gonna be very complicated. But once you're day after day, you're gonna start seeing that it gets easier to understand, and you start seeing these patterns come back constantly. So that's why, stick to 1 or 2 strategies. Become really good at it. Understand risk management, which is key. It's king in these markets. You need to understand how to place risk management. To always, understand that you have to have a stop loss and a profit stop, right? And this is all done in a simulator and then transition into a live account. So I hope this kind of answers or helps at least a lot of beginner traders in starting their career in the financial markets. I'm gonna tell you, it's worth it. It's worth every penny, but take it easy. And then a lot of other traders ask me, how much money do you really need to start your career? So I will tell them that obviously once you have a lot more consistency, your accuracy is high, and you have a lot of experience in the markets and you're doing quite well, obviously you have to step up your game and you have to, have important capital to be able to, to take your position and make it worthwhile. For the beginners, once you're transitioning from a simulator, a test account, into a live account, then just put in a few $1,000s, whatever asset class you're looking to trade. Trade with a cash account. Don't leverage your account, not just yet, or don't at least over leverage it, because the more you leverage, the higher risk you're gonna have. So try to place with your own cash. Let's say that you're trading in the stock market like I do. Take 10, 100 shares max and just kind of like trade the way you were trading in the simulator. And then once you get comfortable, once you're building up that cushion, and now you have profits to be able to risk, you're not risking anymore your equity. Now you can start after X period of time, maybe every month, every other month, every 2 months, you take from 100 to 150 shares to 200 shares. And that's how you start scaling up, because you will see that there's gonna be a moment where you're gonna want to buy maybe 2,000 shares. You're gonna be shaking when you take that position, because subconsciously your body's telling you, your mind's telling you, you are not ready for that kind of risk, because maybe you have a very small account. Maybe you don't have that risk tolerance built in yet. So you need time to progressively grow. So money is really not the most important thing that you should be thinking in the beginning. You should be thinking of the process. If you do everything correctly and you stick to your rules, you're gonna see that profits will follow. And that's when you can start thinking of scaling up your account, adding some more funds into your trading account, or whatever direction you're going. If you're going into prop firm, if you're doing investing, or you're trading for yourself with a broker of your choice, whatever path you choose, try to take these kind of steps, because I've speak to a lot of traders, like I said before, and a lot of them go through this process, and we've all kind of have like this in common. So take it easy. The markets will always be there. There's no rush. Do it right, and you will see that you will succeed. So anyways, I hope that this has helped. I hope that this kind of gives you another perspective for beginners at least. And I look forward to seeing you all in our next video. Take care and safe trading.